Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video. This time I wanted to just make a bit of a reactions video to the overall live letter news and stuff like that. Usually I don't do many opinionated bits in the actual videos. Usually I sort of reserve it for stuff like this. So I wanted to make a video about the things that I'm most excited for in 5.3. People keep asking me this, Meoni, what are you most looking forward to in Final Fantasy XIV patch 5.3 Reflections in Crystal? Now, I have to answer that purely in this video with pretty much everything. It was such an incredible live letter. In fact, the previous live letter was eye-opening as well. Don't forget, we've already seen a lot of 5.3 information already before this on the special site now as well, and there's plenty of media out there and interviews to go through that are full of pieces of meaty information that I probably don't even know about yet. But from the stuff that I've seen so far, and obviously I've researched quite a bit about this patch, there's some things that do stand out specifically, and it might not be the same things that stand out for you, and that's the beauty of things. You know, we're not all the same person. And I think for me, the smaller things are the things that stick out the most. Surprise, surprise, Meoni likes the quality of life changes, and I like the things that are probably going to bore you silly. But the first thing that really excites me are the miscellaneous updates that they talked about yesterday in the live letter. So that's including the ability to create a party and then join another party. So the idea that you can create, for example, let's say you're missing 4 people for your static. I know, usually you would just abandon all hope, ye all who enter here. I would personally, because I hate pugging. But let's say we're in a situation where this is old content now when we're doing Ramu, and we want, 4 other people to fill those spots. So let's say those 4 people are DPS, right? Say, for instance, someone else creates a group that has 4 people in it, and they all happen to be DPS. Instead of them individually going, you know what, let's combine our groups and leave a group and join individually one by one, which has the chance for someone else to jump in and take their spot, right? And then the whole thing disbands anyway. You can actually apply to join a group in Party Finder with a group of people now, as long as it fits in that group. So for instance, their 4 and our 4 would mesh perfectly. Then all 4 of them could join us at once. And there's no limit to that, obviously. Party Finder way it works on the 8-player content stuff. You can do alliance raid stuff. So in theory, if I put up an alliance raid for, I don't know, Return to Ivalice raids, let's say the Copied Factory, and I wanted to do a fun run of that, I could just basically set up a group, and somebody who wants to take some people from their FC, say for instance they have an entire party of 8 people that want to join an alliance raid, boom, they click a button, they apply, we accept, they're in. It's as simple as that. It's going to make grouping a lot easier. I know this is something that's kind of boring. Oh, I thought you'd be excited over all of the new, shiny things like the Nier raid. Yes, I'm really excited for all of this stuff. But if I had to pick a few things, it would definitely be the quality of life changes and the additions to the game that make it more playable and more fun to play. You remember that all of the quality of life changes that have happened since then, since many patches before in Stormblood, a lot of them you've probably taken for granted now, like the ability to walk past monsters on a mount and not get dismounted. Not get the heavy debuff. Stuff like that. Oh my goodness. There's so many little changes that we could sit here for another hour and talk about how many of them have been ingrained in just the way you play. And if you were to go back in time, you'd suddenly realize, oh wait, it wasn't like this. This is why nostalgia is a dangerous drug, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, 1.0, those were the days, or 2.0, those were the days, or even, yeah, Heavensward, those were the days. But if I took you back to Heavensward, yes, the content itself is really good and the storyline is fun, but the individual components that have changed since then, for the better, I think it would make you appreciate the present a lot more if you had a refresher. But that's sadly not a thing, and we certainly, at least I don't want like a WoW Classic sort of situation with this game. But that's a discussion for another time. So other things I'm excited for, again, the miscellaneous updates. So the option to specify 1 player per job added to the Party Finder. So if I'm making a Party Finder group for something and I do actually want to have a level 3 limit break or whatever, and I want that limit break to fill at the normal rate and to get obviously the damage buff for having one unique person, of each role. That's how this game works. I can have that ticked. So it basically means that if I'm going, oh, well, I need 4 DPS, but I really want 2 melee and 2 ranged. Ooh, what happens if 2 Dragoons join? Usually get that awkward moment where they're both sat there in silence expecting the other person to leave. Or if they joined at the same time, you have to make the executive decision to kick someone. Well, that's something I'm looking forward to not having to do anymore, because it physically won't allow for both of those Dragoons to enter the group. It will force one of them in, basically based on latency, or maybe they're queued at the same time randomly, and the other person will get rejected by the system and not by me as a party leader, which obviously is a little less awkward for me overall. It's also a really good thing for making sure that you don't have doubles of things and that people are adhering to those rules that you set out. It's a really cool feature, and it's going to make pugging so much easier, especially for the older content as well. It doesn't necessarily matter as much in the old content, but it would be nice to maintain that 1 player per job situation. We also have the world visit system changes. Those are big, right? So the ability that you can be in a group with your static. I mean, we have people in our static group that we raid with every Wednesday and Thursday night, and basically we have to sort of allow that person to leave the group if they want to teleport to our server to come hang out with us at our FC house, or if they want to teleport back and check their retainers or whatever, because you can't check retainers on another server that you're visiting, right? So there are several limitations between World Visit that need to be fixed, I think, in the future, and sort of loosened up a bit. Checking retainers would be nice and stuff like that. There are reasons for those restrictions, as we've looked at before, but it would be nice to have those, sort of relaxed a little in the future. But for now, it does mean from 5.3, i.e. the 11th of August onwards, my friend in our group can basically leave, doesn't have to leave the group, and he can teleport back, and he can go and he can check his retainers, and he can teleport back and hang out with us at the FC house. And meanwhile, we're on break. We don't have to, recreate the group. We don't have to re-invite him back. We don't have to even realize that he's transferred server. This is a big deal. And of course, this also means that you can go and do hunt trains, right? So the idea is that you can be in a party with your friends and you could go and join the hunt train, but it means that you can hop between servers while still being in that group. That is a huge difference, as opposed to going, oh yeah, are you over yet? Oh, I can't invite you. Oh yeah, because you're on another server. Oh, are you over yet? Oh, I can't invite you. None of that anymore. Beautiful quality of life that's going to make the biggest impact, but is one of the smallest changes, I think you'll agree. Obviously, New Game Plus is quite exciting for some people. I just like the idea of the revamp, to be honest. It means that a lot of new people are going to have a better time leveling through the game. And the reward, the carrot on the stick isn't just, oh, look, we get to do Heavensward now. It's the flying, right? As soon as you finish a Realm Reborn, flying apparently unlocks. That's what Yoshi P said. Oh, flying in the old world areas. I mean, there's not a ton of things to do at the moment, but there are going to be events, right? The Yokai Watch event, which is going to happen 1 week after the 11th, so on the 19th of August. The Yokai Watch event comes back. That involves fate grinding in lots of different places. The movement between those fates in the old world areas is, as whoever can mount up and go over there the fastest. It's going to be quite competitive. Fates will actually appear and disappear as fast as they appeared, because people will want to farm for the new stuff as well as the old stuff if they missed it, and indeed for that Jibanyan mount, which is the ultimate reward this time for getting all of the weapons, right? So there's minions, there's weapons, there's mounts. Everyone's going to be there. So the ability to fly around in Fanalan and the ability to fly around in Gridania areas, in the Shroud, it's going to be night and day, really. It is. In places where there's lots of obstacles, it's going to mean that you can go from A to B. Think of it this way. Say, for instance, you're a level 80 player, you're a veteran player, and you've never touched the Sylphs as a beast tribe, okay? In the Shroud. I wouldn't blame you for not doing it. That part of the Shroud, the Tangle, is absolutely abysmal. The pathing it just takes forever to do those beast tribe quests. Now, I've done them all recently. Earlier in this year, actually, I finished off all of the beast tribes. I went back and did them for the mounts and minions, obviously, because I need to keep my collection growing, otherwise I'll get bored. Yeah, but the ability to fly around in that zone, can you even imagine how good that's going to feel? Oh, man. Oh, if only that was here, like 2 expansions ago, or even 1, or even last week. Oh, it's going to alter things in a big way. I think for the most part, I will forget that we have flying until I see somebody flying past me and I'll be like, oh, I hit a rock and suddenly I'm flying. Oh yeah, we can fly now. You know, it's going to be great for event farming. There's lots of fates involved in pretty much all of the events. Everything from Christmas events in open world areas where you have to, you know, get to a fate, fetch quests, all sorts of things. Dailies mostly, like the Fanaland dailies as well, in the desert, in the Sagoli desert for the what is it, the Amalja. There's so many possibilities just from that. I'm very hyped for the flying most of all, I think, and the revamp is a really good thing, and hopefully it brings more people to the game. We've got 20 million registered users. That doesn't necessarily mean 20 million actual players. That could be, you know, alt accounts or whatever, or, you know, bots or whatever you want to go down that route. But it is really healthy to see those numbers inflate. It means that the game is more popular, and this is only going to add to that, as well as the free trial being all the way up to level 60 now. So essentially get all the way up until the completion of Heavensward. Literally the completion of Heavensward for free. Their limitations do suck though, with the market board restrictions, friend tells, being able to create a party, not joining an FC, stuff like that. But that's cool as well. I'm really hyped for. But those are the things I'm really the most excited for out of this patch. The other stuff that is cool, but don't get me wrong, is fun as well, is all of the new Glamour. The minions are just like, I need all of those minions. The Glamour from the Hawaiian shirt stuff's cool. The Bosnian Southern Front, I'm very excited for that. I haven't mentioned it here because I harp on about how I love Eureka so much anyway. But anyway, let's end on a positive and Eureka related. This Saturday on the is it the 25th? I think it's the 25th. It's the 25th, dude. At the 25th at 3 p.m. UK time, so my time, in the real world, we will be doing Eureka from the start. This will actually be broadcast on this YouTube channel. I know, my first YouTube broadcast on this channel, so be kind. If you want to come and join us, there is obviously a Discord that's linked in the description of every single video I do. It's an automatic addition to the description of my videos. Come and join, ask for the Eureka role, and I'll get as many of you in as possible. We'll make multiple groups. Obviously, not everyone's going to be able to be in the same group as me. That's not how this works. We're going to try and fill a Eureka instance and burn it all the way through. So we're going to start with Anemos, obviously, and the only prerequisites are for you to have completed the pre-quest, and they call it Eureka, I think it's called, in Kugane. In Stormblood, you need to be level 70, have it unlocked, have it queuable, and then we will go in together, try and get the same instance, which shouldn't be too hard. On Chaos Data Center, you have to have a character on Chaos. I must stress that enough. And we will burn through fates and get you at least one weapon to all the way to completion, all the way through High Dartos. Over the next few weeks, right? We're not going to be able to do that all in a day, but it will be 3 p.m. UK time all the way up until 11 p.m. You can leave and join at different parts through that. There's no restrictions on that. Of course, if you stay for the whole duration, you're going to get your weapon easily, but we'll be going with the majority of people, right? I can't hang around forever on every stage, but we'll try and accommodate as many people as possible. But yeah, I want to do this sort of stuff so that we can rekindle Eureka, but also look forward to Bosnia Southern Front, which is going to have a very similar sort of appeal, and it means that we could perhaps do some of that together as well, based on how successful this is. Anyway, thank you kindly for watching this video. Let me know what you're most hyped about from patch 5.3. Was it the trailer? Was it the flying mounts? Was it the near raid? I don't know. What's the most exciting thing to you? Let me know below, and I'll see you all next time.